Good morning, welcome to GrainTV. It's July 31st, 2012. I'm Logan Burgess. To my right is Brock Shimino. Well, we saw in the overnight the grains have pulled back here a little bit, kind of as a result of the crop not deteriorating quite as much as what people were expecting. Brock, yesterday we did get crop progress and conditions. What are we looking at there?
Yeah, the corn crop actually was rated 2% lower on the good to excellent ratings from last week. Industry was kind of expecting a 3% downgrade, so that led to some of that downward pressure we saw in the overnight session. Soybeans was downgraded 2% on the good to excellent rating, right in line with analysts' expectations, and spring wheat actually got bumped up 3%. Although we're moving into the harvest period for spring wheat, so that's going to become less of a factor as we move forward here. If we take a look at where the national crop is for corn on the good to excellent rating, last year is where we were at on the blue line. The yellow line is where we're at this year on the good to excellent range. You can see we've fallen drastically over the last few weeks. But the thing to point out here is the red line, the very poor to poor condition ratings. We're up near 48% on the poor to very poor condition ratings. So this crop is in dire need of some rain as we move forward.
Yeah, certainly, Brock. Well, it did look like it kind of slowed down in its deterioration this week. Let's take a closer look here at 5 states in particular: Iowa, Illinois, Nebraska, Minnesota, and Indiana. This accounts for about 65% of the corn we produce here in the United States. And as you can see here, they have all been falling off dramatically here over the last several weeks, as you said, Brock. As you can see here, though, now in Indiana, more of that crop is rated good to excellent than their neighbors in Illinois. It looks like some beneficial rains in Indiana did help out that crop here this week. As you can see here, though, if you move west and especially north into areas of Minnesota and out Nebraska, that crop is still in decent shape. We still have above 50% of this crop rated good to excellent in Minnesota, so they are certainly doing better than their friends out east right now. Brock, another big thing though that the trade's watching is the soybean complex right now, or the soybean crop here moving into the pod filling stage. How are we looking there?
Yeah, the soybean market has really been the leader to the downside and the upside in the last several sessions. Right. And I think a big reason for this is that soybean crop is in the pod filling stage. You can see here that 55% of the crop is in that stage. So if they do get some rains, it could be beneficial for yields, but it looks like the forecast going forward, there's not going to be a whole lot of rain out there. So, the market is really looking at soybeans to be the leader, both up to the upside or to the downside.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, soybeans remain very weather-driven here over the next several weeks. Then we're going to take a quick commercial break here, see how the trade's reacting in Chicago this morning, and also take a look at how the funds right now are positioned in the corn market.
I'll have to be honest with you. First thing I'm going to mention right up front is it's free. I like this service when it's free because you can tie up a lot of money in different services, and from experience I found out that sometimes you can pay a lot of money and you may not be getting that much out of it.
And welcome back to GrainTV. Brock, looks like the grains are pulling back a little bit here this morning. What are we looking at?
We are seeing a little bit of a sell-off. If we jump over to fire tip, we can take a look at the live quotes. New crop corn is actually down 4.5 cents. New crop beans off 1.5. Wheat in Chicago for September is down 18.5 cents. Kansas City, September is down 16.25 as well. Logan, it looks like we are getting a little bit of a pullback, but we've seen a lot of money come into this market in the last several weeks or so. What are we looking at for corn and managed money in the corn market?
Yeah, Brock, well, on Friday we did get the Commitment of Traders report here, and what we'll do is kind of break down the managed money net long position in this corn market right now. As you can see here, the vertical axis is how many contracts they are net long right now. The horizontal axis is obviously the date here, and as you can see, since about the beginning of June when we really got into this weather market, they went from 50,000 contracts net long now to north of 250,000 contracts. So now the big question is, do they still have steam? Do they still have gas in the tank here to add on more longs here, or are they kind of running out of room? As you can see here, we're near the highs for how many contracts the managed money traders have held here over the last week. One thing that we were discussing here in the office, though, is that with how publicized this rally in the corn market has been, it could enable managed money or smaller managed money traders to continue pushing this thing higher. We're going to have to keep an eye on it here, but certainly any indication that the managed money is looking to take longs off the table will add selling pressure to this market. We'll keep you posted on that here on GrainTV. Via Twitter, @GrainTV is where you can find us. I think that kind of wraps up our show here for Tuesday morning on GrainTV. Thanks a lot for joining us.